Yeah, they've got a good solid grip.
Hey man, I'm Cook.
Hey man, I'm Gorg. I usually like to vibe on Spider-Ham in this deck till turn 4, because usually going to play it with a 3 on turn 4. The longer you wait to play this card, the more likely their good cards are to slide left in their hand. Also, it now rewards me by getting hit by Wakandan Embassy, which is a nice bonus. Well, Cassandra Nova is extra big now because they Loki'd. They were not a, they were not a, Aeroship deck, by the way. I'm gonna snap them here. I have Spider-Ham into Black Bolt plus Hawk and Stature. And my Darkhawk is an extra big boy because of the Loki. Thanks for your Spotlight Cash breakdown. It definitely helps me plan out my keys. Yes, I was off yesterday from live because I was sick, but I did post a new Spotlight Cash roundup for August, September, and October. This deck playable without Proxima. I think this deck's a lot worse without Proxima, and you should play the Miles build instead. What did I just pork there? Did anybody see it? I missed what we porked there because I was looking away. Oh gosh, I need Moon Knight now. I need Moon Knight. Oh, that's so good. Oh, it's so good, video gamers. Oh wait, this is a 0. Okay, so we get to enable Stature, but I'm only 50%. I'm only 50% to hit Proxima. If we win this 50-50, it's freaking huge. Oh, Moon Knight cares about current cost, not base cost. Oh, you're right. So we're 100% here. Works every time. And I want to play Moon Knight to the left, so that way Stature goes here, or Proxima goes here. Training into Snap, do you have any guide videos you would recommend? I have this playlist I called Marvel Snap Minutes. That I have a bunch of like the ins and outs in the game broken down at a more basic level that I recommend checking out. You can control where Proxima goes. Proxima goes to your lowest power location. She gives you a lot of agency. Is this crazy? It could also be right. It could also be right to do this and just assume they don't beat 7 on the left. Yeah, they could have my Stature, is true. Or my Black Bolt. Or my Proxima. I'm beating a 7 power thing here. I think it's always Darkhawk right. The question is, do I want a Stature here or do I want a Stature here? Someone said weird looking Loki build. I think they're Mr. Negative. With like a Loki backup plan. Victory. The Red Slayer makes me think they're Mr. Negative. But obviously not a guarantee, yeah. If Wolverine and Samurai work in here, no, I don't think those are good additions. That's why I'm not playing them.
Opponent snapped.
Steel Yule, thank you for the prime. So again, the thing you need to understand is that Moon Knight guaranteed discards an even cost card from player's hands. So this deck is explicitly constructed in a manner so the only even cost card is Proxima. So unless something weird happens, Moon Knight is taking my Proxima and putting her into play. Speaking of things that could happen, yeah. I think I'm just doing this. Out of Proxima, let's just play on curve and get the disruption. What do we think of this? And then next turn we Black Bolt, and then we Demon Darkhawk. Galactus. I'm definitely not playing around Galactus. I'm just gonna punt the left. Okay, well, now that they... Huh? So I was gonna drag my Black Bolt out, but that means they could... That means they could pork my Darkhawk, but they've only drawn 2 cards off of my deck, so I don't think I'm supposed to play around that. And because they put Hood here, I'm gonna put Black Bolt here. It says local man about to be Vipered. So they're 1 in 6 to have Ham and 1 in 6 to have Viper. Yes. Drops are still active for Snap, right? I don't seem to be making progress. No, I don't believe they're still active. I don't have it in my title anymore. I'm pretty sure they ended yesterday. Oh, let me remove the drops enabled tag. I guess that's technically still true, but... They never see this coming, right? Gets them every time.
Victory.
The Loki into Darkhawk dynamic is weird. Because Loki is bad against Darkhawk in a regular deck, but good against Darkhawk in Erishim. Is a interesting dynamic. Did you start earlier than usual or am I home late? I started about an hour before I usually start, because I was off yesterday due to having food poisoning. I'm gonna try and get in some matches on these infinite tickets I have left before the season rolls over. We want to leave 4 unclaimed for the rollover. Play 2 cost cards, play 4 cost cards. Not getting those done this morning. so excited that Harris picked Walls. Walls was the best choice in my opinion. He interviews well. He's great on policy. He has approachable old white dude energy that makes older bigots feel safe. He just checks basically every box you want to check. Did someone just say Boda? Thank you for the 73 months. Welcome back. I appreciate it. I think I have other cards I'd rather play on Sinister London, so we'll play Korg off of it.
Oh, snap.
Oh, this is perfect. Normally, Korg's not great against this archetype, but we just shuffled away their random Chavez. They put a 1-2 into play for no value. I'm vibing on this for now because I don't have Viper yet. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. That's the good stuff right there. All right. Want to play this? I'm not sure that I do. How do they play Circe on 2? They had 2 Quinjets in play.
Victory.
Vibe for a turn on this to see what this location is before I commit Hood here. The matchup should be easy peasy. When they don't have Loki, it's easy. When they do have Loki, it gets harder. The Gem Shang and Shadow King now is just not a total free. Yeah, but our deck's constructed in a way where when we're not getting boofed by Scar, we generally speaking play Darkhawk on the last turn of the game. New Viper is so good. She's so much better than old Viper. It's kind of incredible. I actually don't think I want to play Moon Knight here. Maxwell, thank you for the 38 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. The problem here is the information is asymmetrical, so we do just die to their tech card every time.
I still believe in heroes.
That is a heck of a stay. Honestly, there will probably be people making looser stays this morning because I expect they're like me and they have infinite tickets they want to just burn through.
Victory.
Now, if they're staying to grind this out, it's a weird stay. But if they're leaving, it's like, whatever, fine, burn the ticket. So these are the ones I don't get. If you're interested in staying and trying to actually win the match, I have no idea why you would ever stay there. This is actually incredible, yeah? We'll kick Cassandra Nova into the middle. Nico is so good, chat. Chat, if you're missing Nico and you have the keys to get her before the rollover this afternoon, you should spend your spotlight keys. Actually, just one of the best cards you could add to your Marvel Snap collection and it's not close. The Cassandra Nova VFX was causing game crashes in certain edge scenarios, so they disabled it while they work on a fix. The Nico variant in caches currently is best in slot as well. I actually really disagree with that. Art's subjective, so you do you, but I think the art is not my favorite. I want to make sure I don't have priority going into the last turn, so that way my Darkhawk doesn't get tech carded. Oh wait, I can just Darkhawk here, yeah? I lied. So we can just play for all three now. Easy. Nico's variant competition is so high it might be worse than slot. Yeah, I think that's a good way to put it, Munchlax. I don't think any of Nico's artwork is bad, but that's the one I enjoy the least personally. Yeah, I think Peach Nico and Runaways are my top two for Nico art, with Runaways getting the nod because I think this one has more like reds and purples in it that looks better with my red crackle. I was actually using Peach Nico before I got this split, but I think the Runaways works better with the split. All right, gamers, 3-0 in this Infinite Conquest. Let's go ahead and roll some adverts. We'll continue when we get back. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for chilling here on a Tuesday morning while I wait for the new season. Some boosters here this morning. It's so unlikely that we get useful boosters. Those are useful boosters. I'm only missing gold splits on like 20 cards, right? So like we're only 10. We actually got gold on Drax this morning. So we're only like 10%, less than 10% to get useful boosters here. Someone said that Darkhawk should be inked. I actually have the best possible ink on that Darkhawk. You can show that off while the adverts are going. Incredible. The Monster Puss, thank you for the 10 buds. Appreciate that. Welcome back. So I play with mostly golds when I can, but this is a gorgeous piece of Marvel Snap art. Yes, the diner leaves at rollover when the season ends. Diner is gone, Infinite Conquest is gone, Deadpool season is gone. Kate Bishop is in, Marvel Boy is in. A purple crackle is really good at that split, agree. Looks good, complements the Darkhawk nameplate well. Yeah, Kim's in my top 3 for artists. Kim, oh my gosh, I'm blanking on her name, Justina. Kim, Justina, and Fiona are my top 3. This game sucks. Thanks for the baker's dozen. Appreciate the 13 buns.
This land can never be fully known. Opponent snapped. Escaped.
It's definitely better for them than us. You think Kate will be as flexible as Nico? I hope so. I also think Kate is going to be really good inside of a deck with Nico, which is appealing to me personally. Kate also creates a bunch of odd reveal things in a lot of your games, so she should be good with Werewolf by Night as well. They are a Wong deck. So Onslaught Citadel is concerning. The Spider Ham's potentially good, though. I think I'm gonna stay. Again, you'll note I'm not playing Hood or Nico because we could get modes that are more useful here down the line, and now we get to do this, which is really clean. So I'd wager they snap me because of Onslaught Citadel. So we'll clear that out here. Hazmat. Okay, so they are a Wong deck, and they are Surfer Odin stuff. That's what we are playing into here. Go left! Perfect. Okay, so we're just not competing on the left. And this is actually perfect because the Hood lets me direct the Proxima into here, which is great. think a surfer, please. Oh wait, they're a Darkhawk. They're the Darkhawk build as well. Interesting. Any other Darkhawk? What was the tip? We tagged it with Moon Knight because it was made for by Sarah. Alright, I don't know that I feel up to pedaling today, but I do want to use the sit stand at least here still. I'm gonna vibe on Hood for now. Now I kind of think they're just snapping early to snap. They've snapped aggressively every game here so far. Do I want to demon my rock slide? With the Viper queued up, I think I'd want to demon the rock slide rather than the Hood. Yeah, like I've said, I don't really fault people for like their stays and their snaps the last day of Conquest is going.
This land is always changing.
Expect we'll see some more loosey-goosey. Oh, that sucks. Alright, I guess I'm doing this. Punished for not Vipering right away, huh? I assume they're filling the center. Yeah.
Hey, you found a rook.
They've already snapped, so no reason to leave. Luke Cage is potentially good. They have other things they could do with their wong, though. And then we're hoping to draw Darkhawk here, obviously. I think the opponent just missed saving 2 cubes there. I was gonna retreat later. I don't think I was in a position to beat Absorbing Man. Plus a 3.
Opponent snapped.
Yeah, they're definitely just auto-snapping on one every time. This is a free stay for me, right? 7 versus 8's the same. I guess it's not when they're at 4. I might leave. My hand's only okay, and Quantum Realm favors them. Guess my hand is good. Yeah, fuck it, we'll stay. Alright, it's good enough. Level 12 human, thank you for the 10 months, appreciate it. Andrew Noma is a wonderful pickup. Oh, good catch that they don't have Absorbing Man. Yeah, that's totally the case. Gonna try and fill this in now. Oh, actually, I made a small mistake here. I should have done this in the center. Because that way, if they filled right, it'd still kick over, and then it would slide into the right. The stats on our Cassandra Nova are dwindling. Poor Proxima, just nowhere to be found. Can't say. We'll retreat later in case they didn't draw Surfer, but...
Escaped.
They didn't draw Surfer and they left. God bless. See, chat, take the 30 seconds to retreat later when there's an out. Just doing some work there.
I found a rock.
I found a rock. One of the things that's really appealing about the deck that we are currently playing is that I don't think our deck has any matchups where it's never going to win. Because even matchups where your opponent's deck is kind of okay into you, our deck has a bunch of disruption that can just kind of stop them from having their deck work, right? The discard, the rocks, the spider ham, you could just break up whatever their game plan is so it can't work. This deck is basically Jund, yes. It's a great comparison. Oh, stab, ate my intern, apologies. I think I'm just gonna not try to fight their brood path, is my plan. Because Jund is a Magic the Gathering archetype that basically has a chance everywhere but doesn't slam dunk anyone. Now I think I can compete here. We have 2 new cards today. Kate Bishop is our season pass card, and what's his name? Marvel Boy is our direct card release. And then next turn I get to play all 3 of these. Tim Waltz is was my preferred pick for Harris's VP. I'm very happy that they picked him. Yes, Moon Knight gets to tag their Odin here, gamers, if they're going for the Odin combo. played Luke Cage, and then we murdered their hazmat. Okay, so now I need to play around... I do need to see if I can play around, Surfer, yeah? So Surfer here is plus 10, right? Surfer is plus 10 on the left, because it'll give this plus 8, and then it'll be 2. So plus 10, I need to put Demon here to win there. And then Surfer is plus 4 times 16 on the right. And it's 8 times 3, 24 in the middle. I can't play around Sebastian Shaw in both lanes. We know this card is Darkhawk. They're playing an Airship metagame slot. So I could put 20 here, and 20 here beats them going 16 here, but it loses to 3-drop here plus Surfer here. So it's basically, where do I want to play around? I think they need to play... It's this. I think they have to play here, and they have to hope that this is enough to win middle. Oh, I should have put Stature left to play around Ironheart. We didn't get punished, though. So much math! I just play out my cards and go, and probably I don't win too much. Yeah, I mean, so like, you know, you'll often hear me and other content creators say, how do you get, the way to get better at Marvel Snap is by learning how to snap and retreat better. But the key to snapping and retreating better is being able to do what I'm doing here, right? Which is count their output range in every path, and then know what I'm deterministically beating and what I need to make percentage plays against. That's what snapping and retreating better means. It means understanding your deck's output range and your opponent's output range and how they line up into each other on the last turns for whether or not you can stay. Win Magas, thank you for the 52 months. I appreciate the almost 4.5 years. Welcome back. All right, what border are we playing for here potentially? Maybe we should put the card text on the card previews above, Kidson. Because, like, I don't think I want to hold those previews a super long time in the video. The goal of those videos isn't to tell you what the new cards do. Also, actually, I think I just fundamentally disagree with you. You're right, the card text scrolls quick at the start, but when I take the longer explanation for the entire spotlight cache, I show the card for a longer time when I talk about that card if it's important. So, I think if you're not actually watching the video and you're just watching the very start and looking at the star rating, it's probably too quick, but if you're actually watching the content, I think it is actually up there for a long enough time. My story and I'm sticking to it. Do we have a Moon Knight avatar? I don't know that do I have a favorite Moon Knight avatar? Oh, I already have that one. I already have that one. What's it called? You could also pause the video, it's true, but I think even while I'm talking about it, it's actually up there for a solid amount of time. Dude, let's do Moon Girl. Who's an old favorite? Yeah, the Spotlight Cache videos, I talk a little bit about my expected power level of new cards, but they're not intended to be formal new card reviews. I also post formal new card reviews that are longer. In my opinion, those Spotlight Cache review videos are already a hair too long. I think the last one I posted was 16 minutes, and ideally I want my videos that are reviews like that to be like closer to 12 to 13. So I don't really intend to restructure them in a way that makes them longer. Ooh, candy. I don't know, snap Nico drawn one. Is it worth the length for data mine cards that may get changed? I mean, are you asking me, should I review data mine stuff? I mean, I think the answer to that is a resounding yes, I should review data mine stuff. Also, like, it's worth noting, when they confirmed the Spotlight caches for this particular month, none of the Spotlight caches changed from the previous data mine review. So from is it worth it to review data mine stuff, I think the answer is a resounding yes, obviously it is. So, I could play Hood into Vormir here, but it's just incredibly energy inefficient. So I think it's Moon Knight into Hood Cassandra next turn, and then we're hoping to spike a... We're more or less hoping to spike Viper. We just murdered an Ultron out of their hand. Probably means they are a Sandman deck. They just drew Copycat. I think I'm just doing this now. Well, if they're Sandman, they're probably not filling this next turn. Cope. I'm not drawing Darkhawk this game, got it? Thank you, telling a Copycat. There is currently a bug where you hear your opponent draw a Copycat. There is a sound that is confirmed to be a bug and will be fixed in the future. I'm playing Demon out this turn because I need to play around, Sandman. Yeah, Viper's text got updated. She's guaranteed to send your lowest power card. This is a really rough spot to get snapped because I'm not sure if they're filling Vormir or playing Sandman, and it's gonna feel bad to get got by the former, but I think I have to stay here. Ultron was Moon Knighted. The question is, if they move Jeff middle, do I beat Red Hulk going to 16? If they put Jeff middle... I lose to Doctor Doom if they move Jeff left. Sure. I can't beat Red Hulk and Doctor Doom, though, Chet. I think if they're on Red Hulk, they're less likely to have Doctor Doom. Red Hulk is 16, which would put them to a total of 7, 23, 24, 31, And I'm more than 31. I'm gonna play around Red Hulk and lose to Dr. Doom plus Jeff left. We're beating Red Hulk. We're beating Jeff middle plus Red Hulk left or right on the tiebreaker. I'm losing to Jeff left plus Dr. Doom, and you have to understand these games are just coin flips at the end after they sandban. You can't beat every 6-drop card. I think there's a chance Dr. Doom's not in their deck. They have Red Hulk and Ultron as 6-drops. They are not a ramp deck. There is a minimal number of 6-drops they can play. I'm not playing around Dr. Doom in this matchup until I see it. What's the best sub for Nico? The best sub for Nico is going back in time and having spotlight caches ready for this week to open Nico Minoru. It also means my latest spotlight cache review video is the #1 video you need to blaze onto your brain, because it means you're not doing the barest fucking minimum to min-max your Marvel Snap collection. You should spend 6,000 tokens on Nico Minoru if you missed getting her this week. She is genuinely one of the best cards you could have added to your Marvel Snap collection. I really wish people would take the fucking time to listen to the words that are falling out of my mouth before they try and correct me and act like I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna take 30 seconds here and justify a timeout I just did. Which is to show you this. I said they don't have Dr. Doom because they showed me Red Hulk and there's only so many 6-drops they can play. And lo and behold, the only fucking Dr. Doom Sandman deck isn't playing Red Hulk. So, like, I understand what I'm talking about, and you should listen very carefully to the context I'm giving you, because context is key. So I didn't simply say they're not playing Dr. Doom because of their archetype. I said they're not playing Dr. Doom most likely because of other things I saw happen here. Pulling here instead of literally any other card is sad. I think we're dead. I have to compete really hard in a bunch of spots here. I don't think we're going to be able to do that now. We got Scardiff too hard, and Pegasus is pretty good for them. Gorg order for Cassandra, yep.
Escape.
This is where I, a lazy person, retreat from. Yeah, I should just retreat. You're right. They're gonna snap eventually. They're just like slow rolling it. Kate Bishop and Black Swan bounce. I'd be kind of surprised if Kate's ideal in bounce. I expect she'll probably be awkward for a lot of the same reasons that, what's her name? Snowguard is awkward. Spider-Ham is so freaking good. Carmartage is pretty good for us too, though. We're gonna absolutely shred their hands here. What's better, Gwenpool or Kate Bishop? I expect Kate Bishop will go in more decks. I expect they're both pretty playable, though. I'm playing Hood on turn 1, because not only do I have Viper, but they're a Red Hulk deck. What are your expectations for the Young Avengers season? Like, my thoughts on which cards will be good? I have a formal review of those. You can find that in my leaked card stuff. I think this is better for us than them. Yes or no? I got a snap here.
Victory.
Again, that little sound you just heard in the headphones, that was a, letting us know that they drew a copycat. That is a bug. It is something we could use to our advantage, knowing that it's there. Very disciplined retreats to your opponent. Our opponent has played functionally very good Marvel Snap. They didn't have Spider-Ham last turn. They're not going to have Spider-Ham this turn. I'm going to get the Cassandra Nova down, and then we'll Viper next turn. There's no way to see what copycat copied when you use Spider-Ham, but there is not. And remember, this person's also playing for an infinite avatar here, so they're going to probably give it a long, hard think on this all-in snap. Their hand seems a little weak.
Victory.
You haven't seen Makari out of the opponent's archetype. I think that's just because Makari's not a card a lot of people pulled for. I think she tends to be very good in the opponent's deck. It's just not a lot of card people have access to. If you are missing Proxima in this deck, you should not play this version of the deck, and you should play the Miles version of Darkhawk instead. You can still play a Darkhawk Stature deck, just not this Darkhawk Stature deck. This Darkhawk Stature deck has a number of conscious deck building decisions looking to leverage Proxima. You're right, this version is cooler. That is definitely true. The opponent's deck typically does not play Shang-Chi. Assume they're getting rid of Castle Zemo here. Well, this worked out for us. There goes Ultron. I assume we're dead to Sandman here. I guess a New York Shuffle could maybe win it for us. Maybe. Oh wait, I just discarded the only card in their hand. So they just have whatever they top decked this turn. Put Shuri and play Hawk mid. Does that win most of the time? Hawk mid's a wild card. What's the average 5? I feel like the average 5. I guess I could leave both of these here. The average 5 beats 10. I like that. We got four more shots here. I think this is fine. I mean, it's all just a giant New York coin flip anyways. And they might bail out of Tarnax themselves. Alright, I'd like the record to reflect my original play won the game. Oh my god, we lose to that most of the time.
Higher, further, faster, baby.
Fuck you, Twitch chat. No, wait, we lost regardless, right? 8 would have beaten us. Yeah, my other play lost too, right? No, I would have been. Yeah, I was gonna put 17 here. It's fine. We were dead either way. Marvel's a good top pick for them. That was a copycat sound. For those who are paying attention. Again, if I don't have Viper in hand to start, I am not playing Hood on 1 because Nico has 2 modes that can clear Hood's body. This is one of those very skill-based things I think a lot of less experienced people are going to mess up with this deck. There's no reason to just run Hood out when I don't have Viper. Same bit. I'm just waiting to see if Nico could give me a way to clear the Hood. Although I guess Mindscape makes waiting on this less appealing. Maybe I do just play this out because of Mindscape. I'm torn. They have, oh my god, is my end of turn bugged? Oh, that's terrible. You could not check what Copycat copied when she's discarded. UI limitation. Yikes. Is Copycat worth 6,000 tokens? No. So I think the way you usually want to play this matchup is you want to go really tall in 2 lanes because they can't shag you, and cards like Ultron let them fan out across all 3. It does make our Proxima plan a little bit worse, because Proxima means we want to play for all three. Hate when I forget to turn the Bluetooth off on my phone before I sign on. And then random spam calls trigger over my headset. I mean, hitting their Krakoa bonus on Makari. I mean, if the Makari went anywhere other than left, their play was really good. But sometimes RNG takes your bus and drives it off a cliff. I believe Claw beats everything they can do here. No, I lose to Red Hulk, right? Fuck me. There were 6 cards in their deck, including 2 rocks there. There were 6 cards in their deck, including 2 rocks. Three more shots to take their last 2 cubes. I think Limbo is good for us? Question mark. Turn 7. I don't know that that's true. I'm pretty sure turn 7 gives us enough time to play all my cards out and not care about Sandman. Oh, for fuck's sake, video game. It's much better for them than us. Not close.
I found the rock.
Yeah, I can't Moon Knight their 6 drops anymore either. Man, it has been just miserable variance after variance here. We got 2 more shots, I guess. Our hand was so good until Elysium flipped up. Ten out of 10 getting Sandman in here, yeah. Well, I mean, they don't have another big number in their deck. Their last card is Ultron. Do I do this to make sure Nico dies here? Do we think they play for here? Their Ultron is a 4/7. This loses to Ultron +5 power, Captain Marvel. The Jeff hasn't moved. Yeah, that's true. I think that playing for the left is good for us. Alright, we guessed right that time.
Victory.
Some rough variance in those last couple. Yeah, we slugged it out. I bought a wallet during the last promo, and I've been using it the past few weeks. A+ do recommend. Yeah, I've been really happy with my extras. I've had mine, I've had my first one for going on 6 months now. Really, really quality, slick product. Solid upgrade over my traditional bifold. It's fun. It's a fun fidget toy to boot. A lot of sitting there clicking in and out. So this deck, if you haven't seen it before, this is one of the many innovative and interesting decks that you are missing out on by not checking out the most valuable piece of Marvel Snap content that comes out every week, my best decks roundup. So my best decks roundups aren't just me reading you the top 10 decks based on untapped stats. I cover some of those as well at the very tippy top, but I also showcase things like this that I think, based on those best decks, are good, new, innovative things to attack the metagame with. So in addition to adding this new infinite avatar to my collection, this deck list has a 60% win rate in Infinite Conquest in over 200 matches played on Untapped now, since I called it out as one of my Jeff's picks. And I love when one of our picks can tick. Obviously, not absolutely everything that I pick is guaranteed to be a winner, but basically every time a brand new deck has taken off in Marvel Snap, I've covered it as a Jeff's pick or a high potential decks weeks before the greater community came to it. And this deck list, if you are someone who wants to feel like you have a chance in every match of Marvel Snap that you play, I think this is one of the best decks you could be playing to do that. I don't think you have any guaranteed I win the match at the loading screen slam dunks, but I think the combination of putting rocks in your opponent's deck with Korg Rock Slide and directly attacking their hand with Ham and Moon Knight and Black Bolt means that you can win basically everything. And this deck also has the ability to just put good stats into play too. Darkhawk, obviously a stat stick, but then Hood's Demon, Stature, Proxima, Midnight. A good clean example of what this deck can do is on your turn 6, you can Moon Knight, discard Proxima, that's 10. You can Demon off your Hood, that's 16. You can Stature, that's 23. And then Korg can add its own 2 plus extra on Darkhawk, or Nico could do something. Yeah, and that's another big thing too. This deck list is also stellar at dodging opposing copies of Shang-Chi. Unless there's location variance afoot, Darkhawk is your only thing that's getting shanged, and this deck very regularly can set up its games so that way on turn 6, you play Darkhawk plus Stature or Darkhawk plus Hood's Demon to duck Shang-Chi altogether. Any Cassandra Nova replacements? Probably like Nocturne or Polaris or Copycat, some other good 3 energy card that provides an okay amount of numbers. I will say I think Cassandra Nova is the best in that slot by a significant margin. She's a card that helps you have numbers. I don't think Sage is a good replacement. Red Guardian's a decent call out. You want this to be a card that you could play on turns 3 or turns 4 that will make you numbers. Best Spider-Ham replacement is Iceman, is Evergreen that. The one thing you want to keep in mind when you're replacing cards in this deck is you don't want to play any even cost cards because you want Proxima to discard to Moon Knight as consistently as possible. Which is also a good reminder that this card is not replaceable in this deck. If you are missing Proxima Midnight, you should play a different Stature Hawk deck. You should play this one. So that other deck has a lot of choices to maximize Proxima. If you're missing her, play this.